All right, so I am getting ready to do my makeup. I didn't record my night before doing a big face of makeup last night. I had low emotional and mental bandwidth. So I'm going to walk you through how I usually wash my face, and pretty much the only difference is going to be I'm not going to be using jojoba oil like I usually do, and I'm not going to use night cream and eye cream like I usually do, because of course it's during the day. Alright, so I've already gotten my water pretty warm. Oh, you can't see me when I stand real close to the sink. Okay. So I've got my water pretty warm, and I just have washcloths that I'm going to soak. Now, I typically have kind of combination skin. Historically, I've had dry skin. So moving south and having different kind of water and all of that, I'm kind of relearning how to treat my skin. But I am using the Burt's Bees Facial Cleanser in Sensitive. Let's see if I can concentrate on that. Sometimes I use one, I use their hydrating one as well, but since I've moved here, that hasn't done too great for me. So, squirt about that much on my hands, probably too much, but is what I do. And before I massage it into my face, I get one of my hands wet and just run the wet hand over my face to kind of get the canvas wet, prep sort of thing. Probably not necessary that you do this, but this is what I do. So then I make sure both hands are significantly wet. Rub everything kind of both between my hands, and I usually start in the middle. I'm not sure why I started the forehead this time, but especially since I've gotten Bell's palsy, I focus a lot on the palsy side because I'm trying to massage those muscles, help them not atrophy quite so much. But I do massage my skin all over. I go down my throat and around my ears too, because I typically pull my foundation down that low, and plus it's just, good to wash things. So I focus on my sinuses a bit as well, because I have allergies and chronic sinus issues, so I'll work on just kind of clearing that out. And the same with my eyebrows. Now, I'm spending a lot of time on this. I do kind of rub it into my face for a good 60 seconds or so. Just want to make sure that it's getting into the skin. Now, usually what I do in the morning or at night after I do this, I don't rinse it off right away. I'll use the bathroom, brush my teeth, whatever I need to do, and then I will end up rinsing. I'm not too worried for this video, so I'll go ahead and do that. When I rinse, I just make sure that my wash rag is soggier than it needs to be. Sorry, I keep going out of frame here. So that it is uncomfortably wet, so it can get things off. This is where I would exfoliate as well if I hadn't already exfoliated last night. With my PCOS, I have a lot of facial hair, and that can be difficult to work with foundation for me. And it's a dysphoria thing for me too, so I exfoliated with, I'll show you, with the Acura Brightening Facial Scrub. So I did that last night and shaved my face. But if I hadn't done that, or if you don't have face scrub, just use a washcloth. That can exfoliate. Don't rub into your skin real hard. You're not trying to shine a car, but just very gentle circles can help exfoliate. Now, like I said, since I exfoliated last night, I don't need to, so I'm not gonna. But so going around, making sure, getting everything off. And then I'll soak my wash rag in cold water. For one, it just feels really good on the face. For another, it helps your pores close up a little bit. Because after you've used warm water and been doing stuff, your pores are kind of open, and that could be a little difficult to deal with foundation. So, I have my nice cold rag now. But I just hold it over my face, and it feels so good. My cheeks get really warm, especially. Alright. So I want to make sure, I don't think I got around my ears last time. Alright. So this is an optional step. I have witch hazel that I use for toning, and that can help ease some of the irritation of the skin, but totally optional, not something you have to do. You can go right in with whatever your normal moisturizer would be. But I just put a little bit on a cotton pad and very gently swipe over my face. I tried an experiment where I filled a spray bottle with witch hazel because I wanted to see if it would make any difference to spray it on my face as opposed to wipe it on my face. It wasn't great. It made my skin really sticky and weird. I was not a fan. So, gotta let that dry a little bit, or I have my nice little mirror here I can kind of do. Again, I do these steps and I take a lot of time between. You really want to let your skin kind of get over the stuff that you've done to it. But I really want to record today, and Chris my spouse will be working here soon, so I'll be able to get it all in one go. The vanity and my bedroom, which is right in front of the mirror, which will be fantastic lighting-wise. The last thing to dry is always my eyebrows, and at that point I usually say I don't care, I'll just grab a hand towel, kind of brush through them very gently. Alright, now I am using my Daily Moisturizing Cream, also from Burt's Bees, their sensitive line. I don't always do this, sometimes I use just the littlest bit of jojoba oil. Jojoba oil is the closest thing to the natural oil that your skin produces, so it works really well. I love it. But I have just a squirt that I used, and I'm gonna gently, you want to be gentle with the skin. I'm gonna need another half squirt here. I even go over my lips. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I do. Figure nobody's gonna stop me. Alright. I am washed, I am toned, and I am moisturized. And now I'm going to be taking a little break so that I can let the moisturizer really soak into my skin and move on to makeup. I didn't talk about what I do at night other than just saying I would use a night cream and moisturizing cream. So the moisturizing cream I use is, of course, the Burt's Bees Sensitive Skin Night Cream. And I use a pretty generous amount of that. I'll just dip my middle finger in, or my ring finger. You're supposed to do your ring finger because it doesn't, it's not as strong as your other fingers, so it's a lot more gentle when you apply, but I just rub it in. So I just dip my middle finger in for each kind of quadrant of the face and rub it in. And I really focus in between my eyes because I get really, really flaky there. And that can be annoying. So after that, I go in with, usually I have the Sensitive eye cream as well, but I've been using their Renewal eye cream, which is supposed to be for more mature skin. But again, since Bell's palsy, as you've noticed, I can really only close one eye unless I really think about it. So I wanted to get the firming to be able to just kind of go under, especially this eye, because the lower lid droops. And like I said, I can't really close it all the way, so that's a difficult thing. So I get just the tiniest amount, like half a kernel of corn. I don't know, measurements are weird. Just get a tiny amount, and this I do use my ring finger with. because the skin around your eyes are really, really sensitive, is really, really sensitive. So I'll get just that little bit and kind of start, I'll dab here first and then I'll go over to the corner and just very slowly and gently pat it in. There are times where I'm in a hurry and I'll swipe first and then I'll pat it, especially with that Renewal Firming Cream, because that stuff is real thick. But I'll do that. And I'm never sure if you're supposed to put eye cream like on your actual eyelid, so I'll just do like a quick swipe and then up into my eyebrows on both eyes. And then I'm good. On days where I've showered, or especially days that I've exfoliated, before I do the night cream, I will use jojoba oil to kind of rub into my face and especially around my mouth, because I like my lips to be all smooth and soft. And that just helps me retain more of the moisture from having irritated the skin from exfoliating and washing and all of that. So, all right, that was just I forgot to say this, so now I'm saying it. Back to your regularly scheduled program.